Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I warned you not to let Thorn back into your group. I warned you. Anyone who had eyes to see knew that Thorn was going to be trouble. I told you. Do not let Thorn back into the DLP. I said that being a novice around political stuff, I don't usually get deep into it, but you can see that what he did to you before, what he did to the BLP, and then returned back to you. You knew that he was going to be trouble. Now they're saying that the police were called in. To a new controversy that erupted late Thursday. That was yesterday. Today is Friday afternoon at the George Street headquarters of the DLP as efforts were made to convene a meeting of the party's general council, which had previously voted to suspend the General Secretary, Steve Blackett. Now, when Steve Blackett was being interviewed, he said there was no official, quote unquote, no official meeting that was or should have been convened, and he was there earlier and he locked the gates outside and inside, and then he got a call that the gates were, the locks were cut and blah blah blah, and it's internal, not internal. Now I'm hearing that Ronnie Yearwood also was suspended. What's going on? Is it true that Ronnie Yearwood now has been suspended from the DLP? I told you. Do not let Ralph A. Thorn back in. Do not let Ralph A. Thorn back into that party. He was going to be a boss, and I told you there's a B in him. There's not only a boss in him, there's another B in him. I told you. Okay, so now everything is Casperado. Everything is like, if me and Motley were to call an election now, it's over. Well, it was over for them even when they were more organized. So you know, it's a sad situation that they're in. And Blackett, to give him some credit, he got some balls. At least he's fighting. At least he's not laying down and letting them run over him. So you have to respect that. But what about Ronnie? I'm hearing that Ronnie Yearwood was suspended. When did they call that meeting? When did that happen? Last night at the 12 hour. I'm gonna wait for you to comment on YouTube and let everyone know what's going on. Let people know what your thoughts are. Anyone that has that betrayal gene, you gotta let them fly by themselves. He should have been an independent. Let him move alone. Anyone that betrays you cannot come back. It should not happen. They get better. When they come back, they're more skilled at whatever they did to you before. You are a fool. You are a fool to let that person back in. They were a fool to let R.A.T. back in. Ralph A. Thorn, they were a fool to let him back in. I told you. It's not politics. It's just life. It's living life. When people have that proclivity, when you see people move a certain way, you don't invite them through your door. Tell them, don't come back here. Don't come back here. That's how you have to treat certain people. They don't learn. I'm glad it's happening to you, because you are like, you're hard-headed. Okay, you're real hard-headed. So you have to learn the hard way. Okay, you're going to learn the hard way. I told you what Ralph Thorn was going to do, how he was going to assert himself. I told you. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.